Bienvenidos a
Fuego y Sonrisa podcast.
Oh shit.
What's up, my G's? What's up, my brothers? What's up, my ladies? What's up, my honeys? We is back.
Oh shit. What have you been up to? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Only a couple months.
I know.
Damn.
But, we had to finish off the year strong. Got to make sure that we continue doing what we love
And drinking a chelada too?
Hell yeah. But like chelada, if you haven't had it, I personally recommend it.
Sponsored by.
We're not sponsored by it.
I wish.
Yeah.
It was your supply. Damn, bro, this year's been fucking crazy. I still think, I can't even believe it. I feel like I'm, living in a Twilight Zone.
Yeah, for real. It's been man, from everybody's goals, like I would see everybody's goals, even myself, 2020 is going to be the year, we're going to get it, and for it to all just change like that, it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's funny because I lost a job and gained a job at this, almost because of the whole COVID thing. I lost my job because of COVID. I only had a month working there. I started in February, so I left my other job, which I was working all the way in San Mateo, which was a fucking crazy commute. Okay, I love the job, but it was, oh my god, that commute was. You ever done a San Mateo to Concord commute at fucking 2:30? Don't do it. Don't ever do it unless you want to drive yourself crazy and not get sleep. But then I got a job in Walnut Creek, and then it was cool, it's in Walnut Creek, blah blah blah, and then COVID happened, and then boom, I lost everything, but it was cool. I got a new job in the county, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, because of COVID, right?
Yeah, because of COVID. Hopping out of the clinics and stuff or whatever, so.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. I just started it last Tuesday, so I'm hella happy right now. I'm back hella happy being out of the house and just fucking going at it,
Hell yeah.
What about you? I know you have some news about your job and everything.
Alright, so after I pulled my secret agents overseas. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit.
Nah. Well, for myself, I started working this whole year, and just recently, a couple of days ago, I finally quit my job. I was working at a grocery store, and
shout out to all the grocery store people.
Yeah, hell yeah, all Sanchos, everybody, man. You guys are all amazing. And I'm gonna say, it was when COVID first hit, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Man, it was so crazy. I've never been so busy in my life, but it was worth it. It was hella cool.
Can you tell people about the whole thing, going from no mask, just being regular to everybody wearing masks, or?
Oh yeah. So
that's crazy too.
Yeah, so it was at first it was weird for me to adjust, right?
Yeah.
Because one moment I'm not wearing a mask, I'm already thinking future plans, what I'm trying to do, and then next now we have a set of new rules. We got to stay 6 feet apart. We can only have this amount of people in the store. We always have to have a mask on. We always have to have our gloves on, and I even got a paper, and it's an essential workers paper saying that if at the time when it first happened, if police would have stopped me, I had to show them the paper to let them know I was going to work or I was coming back from work.
What?
Yeah, or else I get in trouble.
Crazy.
Remember how we had the curfew?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So so I would have to be home at a certain time, right away. So I would go to work, come straight home. I wouldn't do nothing else. Nothing. So. Yeah, it was crazy, and then at work, everybody wearing masks, everybody's scared, everybody's worried. They don't know if they're gonna make it till tomorrow. It was a crazy journey, but as all good stories, time gets better. Time gets better. People are more relaxed and more able to go out, and over time, I got used to it. I got used to having just a mask on, and making sure everybody was cool and giving that customer satisfaction that I love to do, and
100% guarantee.
Your money back guarantee. And so
money back guarantee.
So
or satisfied the other way. Ooh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on the Snapchat, ladies.
You want them sliding into your DMs. Oh, shit.
I've done my fair share over the years.
I always wonder where that came, sliding into the DMs. That sounds both, sounds kind of creative, but also kind of disgusting. Sliding, like,
I know.
sliding is always a motion, like, you never want to.
Right? Like you don't want to slip and fall as you're going into a DM. Imagine that.
Yeah, that'd be hella bad. I'd be hella mad if I slipped and fell.
Yeah, I guess it's a smooth way to say it. Like
Sliding.
smooth coming in, sliding
What
in.
about just going into your DMs is pretty bad too.
Yeah, too. I would just say hit them up. Hit them up or see what they're up to.
Let me throw you that message though. No.
How's your DMs looking like? Ooh, that's a good one actually. Oh, I wonder if I could.
Oh, she giving him ideas.
Like remaking it, like, are you enjoying your DMs right now?
Oh,
or could it be better?
Oh,
I don't know, something a little smooth.
So that transition though, how'd it go? Like you went from working to what now?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to get into a lot of detail of how it ended, but
yeah.
It didn't. And to me, it didn't end in a bad note. It didn't. I feel like I just had a revelation at work in that moment, and it just made me realize, like, I think it was time for me to, for myself, I felt like it was time for me to grow up and actually pursue what I was going for. I basically gave everything up and just went for it. Now I'm like trying to go into video production, content production. I do my Freestyle Fridays.
Oh shit!
Trying to get back into music, podcasting.
Those are always fun too. You're pretty creative about that stuff.
Thanks,
I like how you add like filters and stuff to make it seem like a different experience every time.
Yeah, I always try to make it a different vibe because, excuse me, I don't know who the viewer is who's gonna watch it. So I just want to at least get somebody's eye, like, oh, okay, that was cool, or hey, that was a cool one, or what you said on it was cool. Like,
that's hella cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I always try to make it cool for everybody, but also for myself too. Like if I go back and cringe a little bit, at least I don't cringe as bad. like at least it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start from the bottom.
Hell yeah. So I guess I'm one of those crazy people who are like going all in on their dreams. Like, I mean, there might be setbacks and stuff. I don't know how it's gonna go. This is the first time I'm actually giving up everything and going for a dream, like for real. So I guess we'll let you know as this podcast continues.
Let's go.
But yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
I'm happy that you decided something that you chose to do something for yourself. Sometimes we don't have that moment of realization. Sometimes we're just stuck in like, I don't know, like we just do our 9 to 5, go to work, go home, go to take a shit, go to sleep, and call it a day, and then just repeat it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I keep alive is coffee, though. I gotta have it in the morning.
Oh yeah, coffee keeps you up.
Nah, I just love it. But yeah, it's a very yeah, and you're right though. You're right on that. Like, I always had these ambitions, but I always had that like fallback as I'm still working. I still got this job.
Yeah,
I'll eventually get there. And I knew in myself that that's not what I wanted or what I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. But I mean, don't get me wrong, that job was hella cool.
Yeah,
man, I have so much experience.
I know you were always telling me hella different stories. Like you always had good stories, and then the fine ass people, especially the females that were coming through. Ooh, you were telling me.
If you guys have ever been to the Marina District, especially Chestnut Street in San Francisco, you know what I'm talking about. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, I only know the Tenderloin, okay?
It's cool. Oh man, I have a crazy story there too.
Tenderloin's always fun.
Yeah, it's things happen in the Marina, of course, right? It's more calmer, but in Tenderloin, sometimes it's like, I don't know.
It's always a fun place to go.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you don't even notice, or not notice, but you don't expect it. You're like, oh, what the hell that happened, or what? How did that happen? Like,
yeah.
Oh man, like I don't know, it's crazy, but I'll just say it real quick. So, one time I was getting a ride from where I work by my coworker, and he was giving me a ride, and we go through the Tenderloin because it leads me at Power Street, so I can get off Bard.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably more ways that a person can get, like, I know it's gonna sound mean, but it's not like none of it was intentional. It's just weird how it happened. Like, there's ways that you can get hit by a car, right?
Yeah.
So we're going down the street. I think it's like Eddie.
Okay, yeah.
Eddie and a Polk. And we cross the KFC and we're going, and there's a lady right in the middle of the street. So we stop. And she's like taking her time, and then she notices us, so she gets up and then she crosses the street.
Interesting.
So we're like, okay. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So then we go down like 2 more blocks. Then there's a guy in the middle of the street but he's facing, his back is towards us.
Oh, what the hell?
But he's looking down, so he can get hit by cars any direction.
Yeah.
So, you know, we kind of go around him. But, you know, regular. We're just driving. We go around him. So I'm like, okay. Not even the next light, this dude jumps out like if he's, like, trying to, like, cross the street as we're going because we're on a green. And he notices it and he jumps back.
Oh, what the
So he's like, ooh, you know, like, it hits down. He can't even see, but he realizes the car's coming, so he jumps back. So at that moment, I'm like, bro, what? Like, I react. Like, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, this is crazy. Like, why is there 3 in a row of people who can get hit by a car, but they're just chilling. Like, they're not doing nothing bad.
Yeah.
So then...
Just living the best life.
Yeah, so then, like, to top it all off, right, we before we get to the street to turn to go on to Powell, but before Market, there's a dude, and he's at the corner. He's trying to cross the street, and we're at red. Tell me why he's on green the whole time and he doesn't move. But he's fine. He's just there.
Yeah.
The moment that our light turns green, he decides to dash across the street.
What the hell? That's crazy.
So at that moment, me and my co were like, you know, like, fuck this. Like, what the hell? Like, how is it that there's 4 possible ways of you getting hit by a car? All happened in one moment. It's the craziest thing ever. Like, it was crazy, but it was also like a sci-fi type of thing. Like, it's unexplainable, but I mean, like, it's not heck amazing, but it just, to me, that those moments were crazy because it's like every single possible way you could have got hit by a car. You know, cars coming to you, you get hit. Behind you, it hits you. You almost trying to cross the street, it hits you. You dash across the street, it hits you.
I never thought about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. There's no way that could have all happened in one seating. And it all happened. And I was like, man, I got to...
Usually just one person, and you just keep driving.
Yeah, or a car kind of gets in the way, or maybe they cross the light. So, all right. But a person in 4 different instances is, I don't know, something I never forget. That's crazy. It was the craziest thing ever.
Damn.
But yeah, that happened in Tenderloin. It was cool. Like,
oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, interesting.
Yeah. Like, it's, I don't know. Sometimes I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's like, like, I'm like, out of every way.
Especially you're driving it. That's like a good thing you weren't texting or anything like that, because that would have been.
Yeah. No, it was my coworker. He was driving. Like, we were good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, we were good the whole time. Like, even the next day, he's like, nobody will believe me.
Yeah.
Like, they'll never believe me if I tell the story. You know, like, I'm glad you were there. I'm like, I know. How do you make
witness?
Yeah, like, how do you make this up? Like, how do you just tell somebody all of this happened? Like, it's hard to make up. But, yeah, so it was cool times. But, but yeah, do you have any stories from out there?
When I was dating my ex, she lived in Santa Clara. I live like way over here, and we were just trying to like find things to do in the city. And we because like San Francisco, if you ever try to rent like a hotel in San Francisco, it's hella expensive. And sometimes Airbnb can be hella shady. Like sometimes they'll like the people are kind of weird, or I don't know. So we ended up getting like this place, and it was like straight in the tunnel, and like there was like people smoking. Like when I was like driving, I was like, this is getting kind of crazy, because like I'll be driving, and we're going to this place. It was like a hotel, kind of like a. It used to be like old apartments, but I guess they turned it into like a hotel, like a hostel thing, and so people can go in and check in. It was hella cheap. It was like $80 a night or something, like $70 a night. But it was interesting because when you're like driving through the Tenderloin, like it'll be like 1 minute like some dude is just like screaming, and then like the next block, like there'll be like a group of people like smoking pipes, and you know they're smoking it because they're like the crystal pipes, and they're lighting it up, and like they're all smoking, and like people just like getting together and just doing all kinds of crazy shit. So I think I saw a dude pissing like straight up like on a building. And then like some other dude was like, there's like a group of people playing craps, like everybody had like money, and they were just playing craps. I never thought I'd ever been in the hood. Like there's parts of Oakland that seem safer compared to the Tenderloin.
Oh man, that's all the fun.
It was crazy, and this is like nighttime too.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh shit. It's crazy, you know?
Yeah, it's a whole different world.
The good thing I had like a crappy car at the time, so I wasn't too afraid.
Yeah.
I had a beat up like little bucket, but that bucket got me far, and
Hell yeah.
Nobody messed with us, and it was cool. But
yeah,
it's just seeing all that like.
It's crazy how you say it. Like every block was something different.
Yeah, it was
like,
always something. Something was always going on.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world each one.
And then there's like you notice because it goes from like nice. It goes from like like a more gentrified San Francisco to like the hood.
Yeah, right, like that.
Like that. Like you don't.
It's quick.
It's way different. The vibe is way different than like people just be chilling on corners and selling drugs. People be selling drugs like straight up like just on the corners. Be like there's like a drugstore almost like every other block, like liquor store.
Yeah. Yeah. Everywhere around there.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's a crazy little part of San Francisco. I'm glad. I mean, in a way, I'm still kind of glad it's still kind of like that. I know it sounds weird, but I'm kind of glad it's still like that because San Francisco's been kind of like gentrified, and I know we talk about it a lot, but yeah.
It is.
There's all these techies. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You know that the rent in San Francisco supposedly went down.
Yeah.
I'm like, it went down, but not enough. Shit, make it.
It was this interesting thing I saw from Gary Vee. He made a video. I guess he was saying like in the next 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
I guess like the big cities are gonna capitalize on everybody in the suburbs because we're all out here doing work and like they go to the office maybe 3 times every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I guess they're gonna find a way to make that work. So their property value is gonna go down even more because we're gonna be all out here. So I guess they're gonna make the money's worth like from us out here, something like that. But but pretty much it's gonna go even worse. Yeah.
Well, I know the reason why it went down is because all these tech companies, allowed all their employees to work from home.
Yeah.
So people are like, if I don't gotta live in San Francisco, I can live in fucking Santa Clara and have like hella land for hella cheap, and just work from home. I can just do that. Fuck that. I don't want to be driving all the way to San Francisco. So people do it. People do that. They'll be selling their houses in San Francisco for hell expensive, like $1 million or whatever, and then they get like this big ass ranch like in Santa Clara, which is like 30-40 minutes drive, and you can just work from home. Like fuck it, you can do more things. Like I mean, San Francisco is unique in very different ways.
No, it's very.
But if you want to have like a house and a car and like have a family, it's kind of difficult, because you can't. There's no parking. Like
rooms are hella small.
Yeah, everything's hella small. So if you want to live like,
I mean, it's beautiful, but
it's beautiful.
Living wise,
it's cool. Like if you're single, but it is challenging if you got like a family or if you want to have like a family.
Yeah, if you want to have a family. Yeah, definitely.
It's more like a single life. It's more for like single people and going to clubs and fucking going to bars and because there's hella like hole in the walls.
Hell yeah.
In San Francisco, like there's always like something open.
Yeah, it's always popping in San Francisco. That's the thing I like about San Francisco.
That's what I like. Yeah.
But that's. Well,
and like the culture and the restaurants, like there's hella like the Mission District. Like always going to the Mission District is always fun.
Yeah, it is. The fucking murals are hella sick.
The murals are fucking great.
And the vibe feels cool too.
It's just a whole different vibe from San Francisco. It's not like the market. Like everybody goes to market. Everybody knows like, but the Mission is always different. And then like they have like really good food, like promoting like taqueria, Farrito. Oh, dude, Farrito, dude, that's the place to go when you're torn from a club and you want to get some food hella fast. That's the only place open in the Mission. Everybody goes there because they know that.
Hell yeah.
Like everything else is closed. Like I mean, that I know of. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless
hopefully they're still open because COVID.
Yeah, I think it's just to go now.
Just to go?
Yeah, just to go. Yeah. So it's all good. But man.
That's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it's all different. Yeah, I want to go out there and like shoot, like take shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, or video shots or picture shots.
Every time I do that. So yesterday, this guy right here, Fuego, he was like, "Oh yeah, bro, I'm gonna go take shots." I'm like, "Okay, cool. It's Halloween. He's probably gonna go out party, whatever. It's cool." And I'm like, so like I went to go see him earlier today. We had a conversation. We're like, "Oh, so how were the shots, bro? Like, how was the party and blah blah blah?" He's like, "What shots?" I'm like, "No, you took shots. Like, you said you were gonna take shots." I'm like, "So how was it? We tore up or anything?" He's like, "Oh, the picture." I'm like, "Oh, what the?" We were like talking past each other.
Yeah, hella miscommunicated.
Yeah, we hella miscommunicated. That shit was hella funny.
Yeah, but it's for that. It's like for the murals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just take nice videos, take nice pictures. Just get
That's
a vibe
cool,
with
man.
it.
I like that. I like that you're doing that.
Yeah, just to get cool vibes. Yeah, because I know I don't work there no more, but I mean, I want to go back. I love San Francisco. Like, it's hella cool, but...
For me, I guess, I have a different, like, feeling towards San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I love San Francisco, the fact that there's a lot of things to do, but I don't think I can picture myself living there. Like,
yeah.
For me, like, I wish there was more, I don't know, it's just too gentrified for me.
Yeah.
I feel it's too gentrified. I feel like it's not like the San Francisco that we used to grow up knowing.
Oh man, when we were kids, was sicker.
It was different because like, there was no tech companies. There was nothing like that. There was no giant fucking towers like in the middle. It looks like they're in the middle of the ocean. Fucking brand new, that nobody ever goes to because they're hella expensive.
No, all we had was the pyramid.
Yeah, we just had the Trans-America Pyramid
Mm-hmm.
off in the financial district.
But that was it. Like, yeah, nothing like too major.
Nothing crazy. And everybody knows about the pier and everything, and Golden Gate.
The Koi Tower.
Koi Towers. Yeah. That's always a fun thing if you ever like go on a date.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't think I think they closed the inside of the Koi Tower due to COVID. But there's a way to get to this. There's a way to get to the steps. If you know the street, I forgot the name of the street, but there's this street in San Francisco. It's off by the pier. That if you take, it'll take you to the steps of the Koi Tower, and if you hike those steps, it'll take you all the way to the Koi Tower. So you can just, if you want like a good exercise, and a good view, you can do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot what the name of the street is. It's like it's there, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a common name street, and I'm just terrible with fucking names.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
No, yeah. Because I don't know if it's before Lombard Street or if it's after Lombard Street. No, it has to be before. Because Lombard Street's on the opposite side.
Yeah. It's off it's like one of those, like if you're going on the...
I don't think it's Chestnut.
On the, where all the piers are?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those where you make a left. One of those streets.
Maybe Union.
You go through that street all the way through, and then there's like steps, and those steps will take you all the way to Koi Tower.
It's like it's blocked, but then there's stairs to go up. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it could be Union.
And there's like I think there used to be, I don't know if it's there anymore, but there used to be on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be like a Spanish restaurant, like it was Spanish food only.
What the hell, for real?
Yeah, it was nice.
On the way up there?
Like, no, not on the way up there. Like before you hit the steps.
Yeah.
There's a Spanish place, Spanish restaurant.
Yeah.
It was hella good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little pricey, but it was hella good.
Shit, imagine that, then you go to Koi Tower.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
It was hella pricey. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it was hella pricey. I went there once for my birthday. It was
Oh, but hell yeah, Koi Tower. Cool. Koi Tower's a cool spot, like you said, for a date. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can just go out there and just make it a whole thing.
Oh yeah, go out there, have fun, flirt a little bit.
Yeah.
Enjoy each other's company. Hell yeah.
And then on your way up there, you're passing by houses, and all these houses have like all these plants and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice because it feels like you're in like a little like forest or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you ever done it, but
I've gone like on the road coming from. I'm pretty sure it's not Union, or it could be Union. But you go and then that takes you. It's like the road to take you to the top where you can park.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that one. But yeah, it feels nice. Like you're going through all these trees and everything, and even the trail to go to it. Like as you're almost getting to the top, it's surrounded by trees.
Yeah, it's surrounded by trees and everything.
It's freaking cool.
It's really nice, and whenever the Koi Tower opens, before going, because there's an elevator that takes you up, but before that, there's a whole mural inside it.
Oh, what?
It's really nice. It has like Mexicans and like different ethnicities and stuff. It's a really nice mural. I like it.
Dang, I've never been inside. That's dope.
Yeah, inside it, like before you go into the elevator, there's a little store, and then before the store, there's a giant like mural like on the wall. It's really nice.
Damn, that sounds hella sick.
You only pay to go up if you were taking the elevator up to see the view, but everything else is free.
Oh, so you can see the mirror inside?
Yeah, you can see the mural. You can go to the gift shop and everything. That's all free if you want to go check it out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But right now I know it's closed, but hopefully it opens up soon.
Yeah.
I miss it. I miss that damn place.
Who's ready for a date?
Kinda.
We're taking contestants right now. Anybody?
Caller number one. What's your name?
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
You're gonna become a love show too on the side.
Bienvenidos a la Fuego Sonrisa podcast. ¿Cómo se llama, señora?
¿Quieres buscar tu amor verdadero? Verdadero.
Contestamente número 1. ¿Cómo se llama? blind those like those where you can film those radio blind date things.
Like, remember, I don't know. Did you ever do the party line?
No, I didn't. But one of my classmates,
Yeah.
I won't say his name, but I remember I was in freshman year high school, Mount Diablo, and we were in I was doing I think remedial English or remedial math. I was always terrible at taking tests, by the way. But I was in remedial math, and our teacher stepped out because she had to go use the restroom, and the student. His classmate, he called what was it, lava line or lava lamp or whatever the fuck that thing was, and it was a party line like you said, the ones that are always, they used to be advertised like on Comedy Central like at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I always like was watching like comedy skits, but for some reason they would always have like, do you want to call this line sexy hot females? And it's always like some skimpy ass woman like with like a fucking bra and panties like, call this line. And so we're teenagers and everything, and the teacher stepped out, and one of our classmates was like, hey, let's just do this real quick, because the bathroom was hella far, like it was like on the other side of the building, and she had like problems with like arthritis and everything, so we knew she was gonna take hella long. so the dude ends up calling, right, and we went through, and it was mostly like dudes. And and the dude and our classmate, he was pretending to be female, and there was hella dudes trying to like go at him. It was hella funny, bro. It was hilarious.
Hey, bro, that's how they were. Like,
yeah, have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Like first I got introduced to the group party chat. So in the group party chat, it's like, obviously you just hear everybody coming in, do like a ding ding kind of like.
Oh, okay.
That's how you know somebody's entering the group.
Like over the phone?
Yeah, over the phone. So like you hear everybody talking, then you hear doo doo, and then that's how you know somebody's coming in.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, and then obviously it's always another dude. But
that's how old we are, by the way.
Yeah. So then when a chick would come in, oh man, it was like Attack of the Hounds. Hola, mami. Hola, ¿cómo está? I'm like, and the girls are like, trying to make conversation with at least one, but she can't because it's so many.
Yeah.
Until they invented this thing called, I think it was called Super Chat.
Super Chat?
Yeah, that one was cool because that one was your one-on-one.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were cool. Yeah, they were cool. Yeah, they had everything. So it's like, if you're a chick, you go for dudes, so you can go for girls. So if you're a dude, you can go for girls, you can go for dudes. So
yeah, it was woke before woke was even woke.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy.
But it took a couple hours from the old school party line to get there.
I think it was Lava Line or some shit, wasn't it?
No, it was just called Party Line. I only knew Super Chat because it was like, welcome to Super Chat, press 1 for woman. So I press it, and then it would be like, doon doon, and then, hey, what's up? And then it's just somebody.
Oh, really?
Hey, what's up? Where you from? Yeah.
Well, did they charge you every time you called?
No.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So I always hear like supposedly it was free, but I was always skeptical. I was always like, yeah, there's always something. There must be a catch, because I mean I'm at fucking on a Friday at 11:30. I'm watching Comedy Central presents a comedian or whatever, and all of a sudden you get this. So are you horny? Or you want to talk to horny girls? And it's always like some skimpy ass white girl.
Oh, that's hella different.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was different.
Yeah, no,
but there was that one, and then there like it was like back to back advertisements. It was that, and then it was after that. It was like, do you want to talk to hot singles? Check out this line. And it's like, it's always like this, the girl pretending to talk on the phone without the voice or whatever, and she's like lipping it up.
And then you just see the lips.
Yeah, and she's like dressed hella skimpy, like her cleavage is clearly showing, like, and she's like, the ass is like kind of showing in the photo, like when they're doing the film. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, and I probably know this. I'm like, there's probably a lot of dudes on there. This is some good advertising.
And they also had on the same channel, Girls Gone Wild, but hell later.
Oh, dude, Girls Gone Wild.
I'll be like,
that's crazy.
I'll be like,
that was like the porn before porn.
Yeah.
That was our generation of porn.
Yeah.
It was like they were selling it on DVDs.
Yeah.
Again, on Comedy Central after tonight. I watch a lot of comedians, okay?
And I just didn't want to
porn was free. It's called the internet. 2001.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I didn't even want to sleep at those times. I felt like a big, you feel like, oh, I'm a big kid now. I'm staying up past 12.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's
playing Call of Duty or Gears.
Something, yeah. Then mom knocking on the door. Hey, go to sleep. We awake. Oops.
Yeah, It's funny because I used to be a fat kid, and one of the things I would I would have those big ass TV, like it wasn't like 40 inch, it was like what, maybe like 26 inches, but those bubble TVs, like that shit was hell. I hated carrying those fucking things. Every time you had to buy.
I don't know if you guys just painting the picture. If any of you guys ever had those?
That shit was fucking. Those things are heavy as fuck.
Hella heavy.
And you got to try to fucking plug that shit in and put the cable. Oh my god, they were a pain in the ass. But anyway, I had one in my room, and then I guess. So I don't know if it was like 8th grade or 9th grade, but I just started getting into running and stuff like that. Nice. And I was like kind of looking after my body because I hated being the fat kid. Like my brothers would always tease me. They were like, "Oh, you're fucking chubby. Oh, you're fucking chubby." Blah blah blah. And so I hated that shit. So that kind of gave me motivation to like every time I would run the mile like in PE class, I would always like try to like run extra because I hated being called the fucking chubby kid. So one of the things that I got rid of that I noticed that helped me a lot was getting rid of my TV in my room. Oh, it was like the biggest thing. Like getting rid of the TV in my room stopped me from going to my bringing snacks into my room and locking myself watching TV into my room.
Wow. Oh crap.
And then because of that, I started losing weight just by not having the TV in my room. I stopped bringing snacks. And then I just stopped drinking soda, and then it just started it went from stopping to just drinking soda, to stopping eating snacks, and just little by little just started to kind of watch what I eat. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, the minute you get rid of the TV in your room, I feel like it's so liberating. It felt like so liberating.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
Because you're not I don't know. You're always you always want to watch the next thing, or you'd watch the TV guide to watch the next thing.
Yeah. That's how YouTube gets me now. I'm
fucking algorithms.
I know. I'm I gotta do something. I'm like, oh wait a minute, let me see. It's only a minute. Oh, it's like another minute. I'm like, oh crap, I did a half hour.
Dude, there's this guy. Have you seen the Social Dilemma?
I heard about it. Yeah.
Dude,
I heard about it.
So good, bro.
Yeah, I was seeing it on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, you watched the whole thing?
No. I just saw a part he was talking about the algorithms, them too. I was like, damn, but he brought up the Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
That dude knows a lot about it. He used to work for Google. I think his name is Tristan. Let me pick.
Yeah.
It's Tristan something. I want to give dude credit because he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, because at one point...
Tristan Harris.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This dude.
My bad.
Ah! There. That dude.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that one. Yeah, he was hella cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy how, social media... I mean, it's not... I wouldn't say evil, but it kind of is. The way they monetize your attention and keep your attention for their...
How did they make money off it? Because then they sell ads because of that? That's
the longer... They sell... Well, they sell your information to advertisers.
Okay.
That's pretty much how they make their money.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Damn. All that information that you give to Google, every time you do a Google search, they sell your information to advertisers. And then Google's a whole nother story. I started I'm scared to go on Chrome. I actually have DuckDuckGo. I don't even use Chrome as much as I used to.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't even have it right now.
I use DuckDuckGo because DuckDuckGo doesn't monetize or sell your information to advertisers.
Yeah, cool.
So I try to use them. But yeah, I mean, Facebook, I started to wean off social media little by little.
Yeah.
It's really hard in the beginning because they have incentives to keep you on there, showing you all your friends, everything they're doing, and it kind of makes you want to post stuff.
Yeah. So
you want to stay there longer, and then you want to see more videos, and every time you like something, they put stuff more of the things that you like, and
it's funny that you say that because I noticed it today. I was like, man, because I was working and everything, so yeah. I was trying my best to stay off social media. But on breaks and stuff, of course, I'll just see what's up.
Yeah.
But now that I have a little bit more free time, then I'm I notice myself that I'm on there more and I'm posting more now, and I'm like, And I stopped myself. Like, wait a minute. Like, nah. Like, hold up. What am I doing? Like, now that I got free time, now I can spend my time on that. I'm like, nah. But it's just that catch.
Yeah.
Like, for a second, I'm like, oh. For a second, I got caught. Like, oh crap. Like, damn, almost fell for it too. If I didn't see that video, like it was like 10 minutes when he was screen algorithm. If I didn't see that video, it wouldn't have stopped me.
It's
then,
so crazy.
Now that I get it, I'm like, oh, hold up. But
just being aware of it is so important.
Yeah, because some people don't even notice it.
Yeah.
I guess he was saying one part that I guess it did like if there's a video that you watch that's like leaning towards like your opinion, then they'll have recommendations of ones that are against your opinion, and you go on to those ones because they're obviously against your belief, and they make you become more to it because you know if you see something you believe, you're like, oh yeah, that's what.
Oh, Facebook does that, yeah.
And YouTube, I guess too. YouTube does it really well.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So like,
I thought it was mostly Facebook doing that.
I think so. I think you're right. I think I got the misinformation, but it was something about those algorithms. Yeah. No, you're right. It was Facebook. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, it was Facebook.
Because Facebook is trying to make you go into, because they know that if you react to something or you trigger that reaction, that you're gonna be on there more. So if you find something that's polar opposite to what you believe in, or you see more things that are polar opposite to it, and they know that you're gonna comment and stay on it and be angry and all that. The longer you're on it, the more money they make because you're getting more information. So yeah.
Yeah, they just keep throwing those at you.
Yeah, they're trying to get you pissed off so you can stay longer on it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
YouTube is weird too. YouTube just shows you the things that you like, I think.
Kind of, but yeah, the things you like, but the ones that you know you're gonna stay on.
Oh yeah.
Like you're still gonna hook down. Cause like I watch like.
Don't ever use the recommend. I think one of those things is like don't ever click on the recommended because then they're just gonna get into rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Try to always search what you want to see. Like even if it says recommended or on the home, always try to search for it, not just click on it, because then you're giving into like the algorithm. It's so weird. This guy has a lot more information. I'm dumb about the shit because I don't know too much about it. But
we'll put the link in. Like we'll put the link in for that podcast. It's hella informative for anybody who's interested in it.
He also did one with Andrew Yang, and that was pretty good too. And he was talking more about like politics about it and like companies and similar discussion, but a little different.
Yeah. But
that was also an interesting one too.
Oh, sick.
Because Andrew Yang has his own podcast, so he
talks about all that.
Yeah, he talks about all that shit too.
That's dope. Man, that sounds sick.
Crazy.
Man, hell yeah.
What's your goals for 2021?
2021?
Yeah.
We already got the slogan, but it's not catered towards
for your business.
No. For the year. So.
Oh, you have a slogan for a year?
Every year I have slogans. Like
this year, what? Really?
Yeah. Like this year was. Okay. I know. All right, it was supposed to go totally different, but for me, in my case, I think I'm still on that slogan.
Let's go. What is it?
Mine was 2020 year of the broskies.
What?
So it was like mostly catered to like my homies and like myself and dudes too. You know, like we all grow and get better and achieve any goals that we have planned for the year. And I feel like in the moment I am right now, which I didn't think I never knew how it was gonna happen. This would be a life, but my goal was always to get to this point where I was eventually doing what I wanted to do, like all this.
That was crazy.
That was my end goal for the year. So for 2021, I would say year of the ladies. You know, now it's their turn.
Oh shit!
Now it's the year of the ladies.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So 2021, year of the ladies. Like it's their turn to shine. It's their turn to, conquer anything or overcome anything. And
in other words, he's gonna take more ladies out.
Ladies, if you're single out there, just give me a shout out. But no. In all honesty, it's just to be fair. Like I can't just be like every year a year of the broskies, because then it takes away from them. And I feel like they also have a right to have their goals and achieve their dreams. So hell yeah. I mean, we all do it every day, but just put a little nice thing to it, a little nice ring to it, like 2021 year of the ladies. Like I don't know. To me, it's kind of cool to post. So, but for myself, I mean, I still have 2 more months to go, but for myself, I feel like I made it. I did my goals, yeah. Which was very true.
Have you, like, if you were to go back in time in January of 2020 and have a conversation with yourself and ask your and you told yourself that you were going to be in doing podcasts full time and doing stuff, would you in 2020 or you in January 2020 believe it?
Yeah, but I just wouldn't know how. Because that's what I thought, like, when the year started.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I know I'm going to be doing podcasts. I know I'm going to do my freestyle. I knew I was going to do this full time. Like, I knew I was. Like, I was like, I know I am. I'm like, but my goals were different. You know, it was more in the sense of, like, saving more dough, doing this, doing that, have already these projects open. You know, that's was, ideally, that's how it was meant to be.
Yeah.
But, you know, thank God it didn't work out like that, because I wouldn't feel as happy right now if it would have gone that way. I would have felt more like, okay, that was cool. I did like that for sure. All right, let's go. But how it happened, it was like, hell yeah, this is it. Let's go, all in. And I am at that time I felt like, yeah, that's what I want to do, but I never felt all in like I do now. Now I'm like, all the chips are on the line. I'm risking it
everything.
all.
Yeah,
like I'm risking it all. Like, here we go. But
full house.
Yeah, like I'm gonna risk it. But hell yeah. But so that was one of my main goals for the year. I was like, I'm done working where I'm at. I'm like, but I gotta figure out how am I supposed to be finished with it? How is it supposed to happen? You know, and it happened. So I'm like, for sure. So, you know, and I'm very grateful for everybody who worked there, and my managers and the owner. The owner is the best, and to me has been the best owner I've ever had.
Yeah.
So amazing, man. He's so cool. My brother, of course. So it was very fun. You know, it was really, I learned a lot, but I knew my time was gonna come to an end eventually, because, like, you know, I wasn't gonna be there. That wasn't my goals.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's interesting that
Yeah, no, you know.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no. What about you?
That's crazy.
What are you? Any goals you think you accomplished?
If I were to go back and tell myself I'm working with the county, I don't think I would believe myself.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
I don't think it just never, it never would have crossed my mind. I thought I would be, well, I was already moving in a direction, like, I was super happy because I got rid of a toxic person in my life. And that was a big thing. And that was really where my head was, like, I was just kind of, freedom!
You went Braveheart and everything.
I was Bravehearting it all the time.
Hell
And I was just so, like, I don't know, have you ever, when you get rid of somebody who's really toxic in your circle or in your mind or whatever, it's such a, oh yeah, he's going to the restroom, by the way. No, when you ever get rid of somebody who's hella toxic, it just liberates all this mental space. You know, you think, for whatever reason, maybe you think this one person that you were going to hang out with or be with or have a relationship with is really good for you, but you just find out certain things about them or you know, things don't work out the way you want them to. And that's okay. And because of that, though, I was able to get a new job and everything. I was able to focus more about myself, my goals, and kind of recentered. Because the relationship was more like one-sided. It wasn't like two-way. So I kind of lost myself in that. And I lost myself in it. I was going through a lot for my family. I was going through a lot emotionally, like the whole thing in October. Like, you know, and somebody does something like hella bad to you, you know, like cheating or whatever. It's really hard to like get over it, but you have to kind of grow from that experience and make sure that you know who you are and your self-worth and just kind of keep going, you know?
Hell yeah. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, but getting over all that, going through all that really made me a tougher person. It recentered myself. I was able to refocus on like what career I want to have, because I do want to have a career like in the medical field. That's kind of like my goal. Man, I want to have a medical I can't speak. Medical field career. I want to have a medical field career. I want to have a podcast. I think you can do both.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's possible. Hey, you can even do it like a medical one in the future.
Let's not get too crazy now.
It's good to have aspirations. But then that's cool to hear. Yeah, no, and a lot, man. Like how you were last year. I mean, even me too. I wasn't perfect either.
Yeah. What do you think? Where do you think you've grown from?
I think I grew the most making this decision. I think so, because I think before I did it, I felt like I was responsible, which I was, but I felt like I wasn't as responsible. I felt like I could still get away with stuff. I could still fall back on, like, any mistake I made, I can always fall back on somebody. Whether it was work, whether it was, like, my brother or stuff like that. I always knew I had somebody in case I always messed up, and it takes a lot of responsibility away from you. I mean, having a daughter, of course, like especially when she's here, it's like I'm all in on her. Like I don't do anything. But when it's just me and knowing I had that, it still made me irresponsible. I'm still getting towed up. I'm still like being reckless. Which I mean, they're not bad things. I don't regret none of it. I had fun, and any mistakes I ever did, what I'm saying, I apologize. But I had fun.
Yeah.
And but knowing I had that made me feel not responsible. Now that I'm like on this, like I don't know, I'm really watching every step I make. Not like cautiously, but responsibly. Like, okay, if I go do this, then what about tomorrow? Or if I go do this, how's it gonna affect me money wise? Or if I do this, how's my health gonna be? So now I'm like really paying attention to what I'm doing because I don't have anybody. Which I mean, I still have them if I wanted to fall back, but I have it in my mind that I don't have them, so I can like grow up basically.
Yeah, you're forcing yourself to grow up.
Yeah. And I had to because before that happened, I had gotten to a point like it was like a couple months ago, like maybe 2, where I got to the point I was like, man, I'm tired of this. Like, I mean, I like having fun, I like going out, and I like having a drink, like it's cool, but or even being at the house getting hella messed up, but I was like, which I was doing most of the time. I wasn't partying out there. No, I wasn't doing that. I was being responsible.
Especially with the COVID, right?
Yeah, I had to work. But I guess this is me talking from even years ago. It was just all that accumulated finally, and then I was like, man, I don't want to do it. But I didn't have that leeway. Like, I still wasn't all in. So I still was, like, on those. So by giving it all up, it made me, like you said, force me to grow up and be like, all right, now it's on you. If I fuck up, it's on me. It's not on nobody else, and I can't fall back on anybody else. And it's a very different responsibility, I would say. But, hey, I feel like I'm growing up like this.
Yeah, it builds character. I mean, you're gonna build character. You're gonna find you're gonna be days that you're gonna feel like shit, and there's gonna be days you're gonna be on top of the world. And you gotta remember that on the days you feel like you're on top of the world, that it's okay that sometimes you're gonna feel like shit, but just always stay like recenter,
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to just slip back into your old patterns.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really easy to just go back to habits and everything. So there's always has to be like little reminders that you can do it and you will make it and you will do this. And, it takes time and it's gonna take a lot of effort and it's gonna be hard, but it's a worth it journey, and it builds resilience. So just never forget that.
Yeah, thank you. Nah, yeah. That's why I'm hella excited. But hell yeah. But I don't know. I guess that's where I'll say I grew the most. Just to finally know that, I am my own man and I gotta go do it. It's kind of revealing and it's uplifting too. Like, man, like if I can do it, anybody can do it. So if you're out there and you feel like you want to take that step but you don't know, I mean, you don't know if you don't try. And I always read this tweet. It always says like, unwasted potential or unused potential is always waste potential. So it's like, I know I have all this. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the GOAT, but I'm just saying I know more that I can bring out of myself. Even things I don't even know, but I know that are there. That I just sit around and not do it.
It's interesting how you gain a lot of confidence after leaving it.
Yeah, like until I like grew up. I mean, I still have moments where like
no,
like I'll have like a rethink. Like, am I sure I made the right decision? But every time I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I did, because I do.
Yeah,
because it's like two different personalities battling each other. It's like one that's like, okay, you got to grow up, and the other one's like, no, but you don't have to grow up.
Yeah,
and it's like I'm more leaning towards the growing up part, but I always have that like, nah, you can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, there's that back of your head where it's like, don't worry, just chill. Don't worry, you can just have a drink. It's not gonna worry. It's gonna be okay. Just you have to battle that mind, that darkness, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that's where I feel like I grew the most, just in these couple days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I only want to keep improving. So.
That's I mean, for me, I think it was when. Right now, I live with my mom because the whole COVID thing and rate is hell expensive. But for me, it was like when I lost it was kind of strange because I felt like, I know it sounds like woo woo and it sounds like, it sounds funny, but it sounds how it's supposed to be though. So when I lost my job, in March, right? And then, like, almost like right after, my mom needed surgery. So I had to go take her shit. She had epicondylosis, which is, if you have epicondylitis, which is the inflammation of the elbow joint. You get that usually through overuse over the years, a lot of typing, and if you don't do like exercises, you can get it. But anyway, she got epicondylosis, and if you don't fix that, it can get damaged to the point where you can't move your elbow or other serious conditions. So she needed surgery. So I had actually had to take her to surgery and everything, and she was in the hospital. And just being able to just have that responsibility of taking care of somebody else, I think that kind of also made me like it wasn't like all about like my goals and my stuff and I've always had that. I mean, I always had that thing of like, let me help my mom and everything, but actually just being there and always taking to her appointments and everything, that kind of made me like, I don't know, more mature.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about like, oh, who's hitting me up? Where should I go?
Yeah, what's the next move?
Well, yeah. Let me see if I can get that date or whatever.
Yeah.
It's about like more. It kind of recenters you and
it really does.
Puts all your values into perspective and makes you think, what should I be focusing on right now? Where is my attention going? Am I just gonna be on my phone doing bullshit on Facebook, or am I gonna be can I spend this time wisely? There's days where you're always gonna have like a bad day, but just to remember that you're always gonna go back to that balance and just fucking center yourself and try to help as many people as you can, especially your loved ones. Because the worst thing is like you never help your loved ones and then they pass away or something, and I think maybe that's a fear of mine. Like, oh, I didn't do enough, and I'm gonna live with regret, and I don't want to live with regret. I want to go and do as much things as I can.
Hell yeah.
And that includes helping and recentering my values. And what do I value? I value family. I value helping others, and I value things like that. So if those are what my values are, I should try to practice what I preach. And I think about that, and I try to do that. And if some people don't want my help, that's okay. I'll try to focus on somebody else, and maybe that's why I want to get into the medical career, because I know I'll be able to help more people that way. But yeah, just refocusing, recentering. Like I said, that last relationship really threw me for a loop. I was 2 years focusing on somebody who didn't really care about me. So, and I was trying to focus. I was trying to help her. I was trying to do all this stuff, like motivate and everything. And she wasn't very motivated. She wasn't very like ambitious, or she was, but she would make excuses. And when you're with somebody who makes up a lot of excuses and makes up a lot of things like that, it just shows you that they're not really ready for that. Like, they're not ready to be ambitious. They just want to find an excuse to not do something or complain about something. So that really, like, focusing on somebody who was like that, it was really hard for me to focus on myself. And so for 2 years, I pretty much like lost them. But in a way, I gained a lot more self-respect and confidence. If I didn't go through that experience, I would never be who I am today. So I'm very grateful for that experience, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah.
It's a loss, but it's not like a bad loss. It's a loss in a way that I lost 2 years, but it's a gain because I gained a lot of, like, I grew like emotionally and everything, and other areas too.
Yeah, it's probably like one of the best things that could have happened for you.
Yeah,
I know it sucks, but
yeah. It was like, because it's all up from there. Like, I went through the worst experience, so I always think that when it's only up from here. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse, but at the same time, it was really bad. It was really bad.
Hell yeah. That's all the point. No, that's just how I take everything now. Like, even though things like they all suck or whatever, I'm always like, man, that's the best thing that could have happened. Yeah, it got me to where I am now. Like,
it's funny because you would imagine, like, if I imagined myself not going through that, I would have felt more immature. Because I had to do a lot of things. Like, I was looking for apartments. I was trying to figure out school. I was trying to, work a whole relationship by myself, which you should never be, by the way. But it was an interesting experience, and I'm so grateful for it because, like I said, if I never would have done it, I don't think I would be the person I am today. I would never be the same. Being able to put boundaries, being able to do all that. I wasn't like that. I think I was too passive, and I got those traits through a family member I look up to, and I know they try to be aggressive, but sometimes their aggressiveness still comes out of passive aggressive, and they're not full. They don't make boundaries, in which I kind of learned those traits. Maybe I grew up learning them, so yeah, I'm glad I went through it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, you came back even better. Oh yeah.
It was Rambo 2, motherfucker.
Yeah, like a couple months after I saw you, and you started talking to me, I was like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, this is a whole different Fabian.
Yeah.
Like, a whole different Fabian. Even now, I'm like, damn. I'm getting better, man. It's cool. That's hella cool.
I mean, you learn, you learn and you try to grow and you try to be a better person too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You learn. I mean, it also showed some of my faults. Maybe I was blindsided. I can't speak today. Blindsided at some of my own faults and my own biases and my own. So going through somebody who was very outspoken, I could see and I reflect, and yeah, she was right in certain things, but she was also wrong in a lot of different things. But yeah, that's a whole different story.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we all learn. Just man.
Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way.
Hell yeah.
And learning the hard way is sometimes the best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Sometimes crashing and burning and just starting from scratch is the fucking best.
Yeah, for real.
Trying to fucking figure everything out from scratch and start from nothing.
It's the best. Yeah, because you're already like on top and you're trying to figure out like what is there more to figure out. I don't know. Or
sometimes you think you're on top, your ego gets in the way, and you think you're the shit, or you think you're in a good relationship, or you think you have the best job. But sometimes if you reflect and like take that moment of just like not being on a phone, not being distracted, because the internet can be distracting. Like, you're watching something, you're listening to music, and then you go to sleep, and then you're just all alone with your thoughts right before you go to sleep. Sometimes it's better just to like turn everything off and just take like that minute to just reflect upon your day and your values and everything, and then just go to sleep.
Yeah. What I do is I meditate, and then I'm just grateful for everything. Like I rehearse my whole day, and then like I'll just meditate, and then feel grateful for everything, and then knock it out.
That's great.
Yeah, you sleep hella good.
Meditation, huh?
Oh hell yeah!
What kind of meditation do you do?
Well, it depends what meditation you're into, but.
What about you? But you specifically?
Me specifically, I follow Dr. Joe Dispenza. His meditations are the ones I follow, and those ones for me, I feel like have been, man, I couldn't even tell you guys how prolific my life has been.
So do you repeat like a mantra, or what do you like? Are you sitting in a room dark, or can you guide me through the process of what your meditation looks like?
So the best times to meditate are in the morning, right when you wake up, or right before you go to sleep, because that's the moment where this one I'm learning about because I didn't know, but I guess that's when the pineal gland is activated and it lets the melatonin activate. So then obviously your brain waves are low, because if you're trying to meditate when your mind is all over the place and hella stressed out and overthinking everything, well then there's a 100% chance that you're not going to be able to meditate. Because you're too busy thinking instead of trying to like.
The train has left the station.
Yeah, so instead of like, so then before that is alpha brain waves, and then those are a little bit slower, but they're still a little bit. You're still thinking like in your mind, but it's not as wild and crazy like when you're super stressed. And then there's theta, which is like your body's asleep but your mind's awake, and then delta, you're asleep. So the cool thing is that when you first wake up and if you go straight into meditation, then which is trying to get into the present moment. When you're automatically in theta in that moment when you wake up and when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, so you're susceptible to like go into your subconscious and change whatever thoughts or beliefs that you had, with repetition and everything, but as much as you can, for as long as you think you can. And I mean, it's a big old process. Honestly, I would say follow his work, but that's kind of the base of it, because you're like basically changing a lot of your beliefs and habits that you have that you subconsciously don't even know you're doing until you get to that point of meditation. Because as you're reviewing your day, you start noticing things and becoming aware of what you did, why you did that, how you reacted to that, why you reacted to like that. And in that process, since you don't have your mind crazy trying to figure out what the hell's going on, or why that person blamed you, or why she do this to me, or why am I mad about this, in that moment you're watching yourself reacting, then you go, wait a minute, I didn't have to react like that, or I didn't have to be like that. So then you start adding a new belief. So when the next time that opportunity comes up and you react, you go, oh yeah, like they do it to you and you're like, You're just like, oh, okay. Or you even you get more happier. You get happier. You feel more love within yourself. But there's also other things he does. That's like the basis of meditation. But he also has different works in between it, which is the whole woo wow of the difference between it. But all his work is backed up by science. Yeah, it's all backed up by science. It's not like spirituality or religion.
Not some secret bullshit or none of that, right?
No, it's straight up science. Like, it's straight up science. He talks about, like, everything, like, from neurons to cells to atoms to energy to everything, like electricity. Like, everything's broken down into science. So if anybody could argue it, it's like, how can you when it's science? That's the reason why it got me. Because I followed other people and they all, it was always that woo-wah. I was like, how does that work? When I saw his and he started talking about the science of it, I'm like, okay, well, there's no way it's a lie because he's bringing science into it. And then I'm like, so then I started watching him. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no way this is a lie. And I'm just gonna say hella crazy things have happened in my life since I've done this work. I swear to God, I've healed from hella shit, dude. Like,
yeah, it's like you're doing your own therapy, huh?
You heal yourself basically.
Yeah, I find
it's the maniest shit ever. I'm telling you.
For me, it's like almost. I used to do it a lot. I should get back to it, but when I used to meditate before I go to sleep, and what I would do is I would close my eyes. I would do it like the old-fashioned way. Like, close my eyes, sit in my room. It's all dark, and then I just try to focus on either one word or like an image or something, just so my mind just focuses on one thing and not a million fucking things, because your mind will drive you crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's
your mind,
bad against your body.
Your mind will fucking try to find ways to go into like a river or a stream, and once it gets into that fucking stream, it's so hard to come out of it. But just to refocus, get back to it, just say like like a light or a word that you believe in or something, and so you say it and you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, and you just focus it. You focus, and you just try to, like, how would I even describe it? It's like instead of having your mind flow as like a never-ending waterfall, it's like focusing just one drop on one drop of that entire waterfall.
Yeah.
Just focusing on that one drop and just going with it and seeing where it takes you. And just calming yourself, taking deep breath. For me, I was taking deep breaths. I would inhale, hold, exhale, and just focusing. And then I think I timed myself. I think it's like I would do it for 5-10 minutes, and then when I'd come out of it, I would come off almost like exhausted, and then I'll go right to sleep.
Oh crap!
It's weird.
Oh crap! Oh yeah.
I would come out of it.
Kinda?
You're not like exhausted, not like.
No.
But like, No,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like like come back like centered and then just fall asleep. Like,
yeah.
Because you're not, when you meditate or when you focus or when you
are present.
Yeah, are present or aware. Mm-hmm. You're not dealing with the bullshit. Like, you're not dealing with like social media. Who is this person saying or what that person's saying or why do they care and why should I. And am I seeking their approval or what? Am I doing this? Or why am I doing that? And And why didn't that person do this? And how come that person doesn't like me? Or like, or the project that I gotta complete, or the miles I gotta put, or the gas I gotta put in the car, or the breakfast I gotta. It goes on and on. No, you don't focus any of that. Yeah, like you're just calm, centered, and then you fall right to sleep.
That's like the best. Yeah. And here's the kicker to it. You know most of the reasons why you like react to certain things. I know it's a habit, but you know why? Because like you conditioned your body into doing that. So when you think it's your mind doing all that, it's not your mind talking. It's you talking. It's what you taught your body to feel and what to think.
I think there's also so I think that's partial. I think that's there's some validity to that, but I also think it's partially due to our nature to react also on like social media. To bring back to social media, how we see something that we really don't like, and so that we try to go in the comment section and we say, "Fuck you, you piece of shit." I'm not saying but they're trying to get to that part where they fucking get you pissed off and you react, and sometimes I think that,
but it depends.
I think there's some kind of consequence to that, like when it comes to like social situations, like we can't even have a disagreement on something without people like. Instead of having like, hey, like this is what you believe, this is what I believe, let's try to come to agreement. It's fuck you, you piece of Nazi shit. What are you? You're a Republican. Or fuck you, you fucking snowflake liberal. Blah blah blah. Like. There's no like middle ground no more. Like you're becoming an extremist. And that's why I made that story, the death of the last comedian, because I was making fun of the extremist point of views. Like I created a comedian to kind of make fun of both of them. Like he doesn't really pick sides. He's just making fun of both sides. But he's kind of making fun of like the insanity of like extreme political identity. I would say extreme political identity disorder, because like all you do is focus on politics and you're not even like you don't have any hobbies, you're not doing things, you're not even trying to have a communication. I think it's almost like a psychological condition, like almost like a disorder. Like
it's more of a belief, you know. Once you hit somebody's belief, I mean, it's World War II, you know. Like for anybody, like if somebody comes at me on a belief I have, well, yeah. I'm gonna feel some type of way, and so is the other person. But like you said, not to the extreme point, but I think sometimes that just happens with beliefs. Like you challenge somebody's beliefs, dude, it's all bad. Like doesn't matter who you are and where you're from, and doesn't matter. Once you challenge someone, I don't know. It's like telling somebody who believes in God in 40 years, one day comes up to you and you go, "Hey, God's not real." Oh man, you think, yeah, that person's not gonna react cool. They're gonna be like, "Excuse you," you know. Yeah. And then it's like, "No, but hear me out." And it's like, "No, you know." So it's just a belief. So you have to be careful in what you believe in, because some things are true.
Yeah,
and some
but I
things
mean,
aren't.
I don't see anything wrong with like having a conversation with somebody. Like, hey, like, oh, so this is what you believe in. Oh, so why? Or being curious or asking questions. But I think that's very important, because if you don't ask questions, and sometimes you just believe in things that you pass down from your parents or you just grew up with or something, and maybe it was the wrong belief. Like you may have misheard something for so many years and repeating it in your head and you think it's right, but you just find out in the birthday party that somebody's name was actually a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's happened, yeah.
Wait,
for real? Like, oh crap. Well, and then I feel like,
no, it's this. It has to be this. I heard it for 20 years. But you could have misheard something for 20 years and then learn about. If you're not open-minded to learning something, you're going to be stuck, you know?
Yeah. But, yeah, I guess that's just, you know, I'm glad we're like that.
It's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah, because, yeah, you never know someone's belief. But, man.
Like, what do you mean?
No, just that. Like, I don't know. Like, I could be... I don't know. Let's just say, for example, me and you. Let's say, what if one day we're having a conversation and you hit a belief that I believe in? I don't know, just anything that I believe in strongly, and we know each other, right? All these years, we understand each other. And for one moment, I just blow up. And you go like, "What the heck?" Like, you know, like I'm just saying me as an example, but it can be somebody else. You know, like, oh yeah, I know him. You know, or I know her. You see on social media, then you bring up belief to them, and it's like, when you're like, "Wait a minute, my bad, I didn't mean that."
Sometimes the only way to challenge bad ideas is good ideas, though. Like,
I'm not saying no, hell no. You always have to have conversation.
I see. I think I know what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
like beliefs, like religion or whatever.
It's just you can have a belief and you can train it so much to be a certain feeling or emotion that when it happens, you don't know what that person has taught that emotion to be. You know, that's why some people blow up, because they always brought anger with that belief.
It's interesting because I used to work in catering, and people would come from different beliefs, and I would hear them too. Like people would be talking about, like one person would be saying, "Oh, or they'll say something that's kind of, they won't say they're Christian, but they'll say, "Oh well, God will take care of that," or they'll have like some kind of phrasing.
What the hell?
And it just kind of is like, okay, like I'm not like super religious or anything like that. If anything, I do believe like there is a fucking God or whatever, but I don't know what the name of it is and what the origin is or whatever, but I do believe there's like an afterlife or whatever. But I really dislike when people are like, you have to believe this or you're gonna go to hell. You have to do this or you gotta do this. You have to jump through this hoop because blah blah blah. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you trying to gain? That's where it throws me off.
Yeah.
When you trying to tell me like I have to go through a hoop in order to do something else, like in order to achieve.
Or be saved or something.
Like let me be who I am.
Yeah, for real.
Unless I'm doing something that's like hurting others or something like that, then let the police and we have a whole system to take care of that. But if you're do no harm to others and do no evil. Used to be Google saying, by the way, do no evil used to be Google saying, but they changed it. Yeah. Wow. I'm like, that's a good saying to keep. You shouldn't change that, but okay.
Let me follow that. But hell yeah. Yeah, that's all different. That's how the like.
We were like preach. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear you guys. I'm glad you got saved, but I don't want to like just. And they're like, no, you have. Remember one time we were at Todos Santos, bro. We were at Todos Santos in Concord. We were just chilling, and this was last year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was last year. This was like I forgot. It was like during Christmas time because we were having the Christmas it was around this time. And we were just chilling, and we were just drinking some Pete's coffee, and the Pete's was gonna close, so we were just chilling outside, and because they had like a little park outside of Pete's, so we were just chilling, and we were just talking. I forgot what we were talking about. We were just talking, and then and this one dude was like, "So you guys want to be saved?" I'm like, "Do you guys have a minute to be saved?" I'm like, "Bro, like," and then like you told, I think he asked you, "Did you believe in God?" And you're like, "Eh." You gave him you gave him like a lukewarm answer, and then he was like, "Man, you need to like go to this church, and there's this meeting, and you guys gotta call every what was it, like Tuesday or some shit."
I don't know. He tried to give me a whole like spiel of his life and everything. I was like. And it was like, it was something you taught me too. Well, later on.
Yeah.
When I was telling you, like, I think it was like, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were chilling?
Yeah.
It was like, just saying no. Like, you don't believe in that, so why do you keep going with it or hear them out?
Oh, yeah.
Just say no.
Yeah, just say, you know what, I'm good, and thank you.
Yeah.
And just walk away.
It was like the coolest thing I learned that day. I was like, man, he was right. Because if I would have done that, man, we would have stayed the cool 15 minutes for sure.
That dude had a lot to say. I don't think it was 15 minutes, bro.
Yeah, it was like his story, one of his like helper story. We were just sitting there like
how they got saved.
How we need to do that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm trying to, but not like that.
Yeah. It's interesting when people try to like come at like spiritual beliefs.
Yeah, I feel like that's hella. I feel like it's abusive in my.
That's
sense.
hella like personal.
In my sense, yeah. It's like you coming at me on a whole different value. Like, come on, man, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like hell no. But that was a funny day though.
That was an interesting experience. That dude was not having it.
Yeah, we
were like we're good. We're good. We kept saying we're good. Like we're good. We're okay. Like don't worry about it. Like, we're trying to be like hella passive, like aggressive. Like hey, like when somebody says we're good. After they offer, that's usually a general saying like I'm okay.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't want nothing.
Like no.
Like get the fuck away from me, bro. Like it's like we're good. Like but that dude wasn't having it.
Nope. He didn't let us.
He was like, I gotta tell you my whole life story. I gotta tell you how I got out from jail and everything. I'm like, I'm happy for you, but nah.
I know, that's what we told him. Like, we're like...
And we kept telling him, like, every fucking time, bro.
Like, hey, we're good. Like, no, we're like, oh, that's cool. Like, we're happy for you, but hey, we're good. No, but let's listen. Like, but you were like, you should have just said no, man.
No, man. Sometimes the best answer is no.
Yeah. I learned from you. Like, that weeks later, I'm like, dang. I'm like, yep, that's how I go. It's just no.
Yeah, just no. Yeah, you gotta say it firm or else they're not gonna believe you.
Yeah. No.
No. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is it this sign?
It's all funny.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Todos Santos, man.
Todos Santos, baby. But hell yeah, we got. You know what I'm saying? We got goals ahead. With this podcast.
We're gonna be inviting more people too, by the way.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to find out like different ways, like maybe people do COVID testing or something before they come.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure they're safe and we're safe too. Because I'm like I said, I'm working for the county, but specifically I'm like working there.
Yeah.
And we do COVID testing, and we want to make sure that everybody's safe. The worst thing right now, like. I know Thanksgiving and everything's coming up. So just make sure, like, if you are going to go or do something, make sure that everybody in your family is tested. I know some people recommend Zoom calling, and I don't think that's going to work. I don't think people are going to really Zoom call, like, hey, what's
up? How you doing?
Yeah, just try to, like, it's a real thing. You know, people do pass away, and you know it's very sad and everything. But just try to keep social distancing. Wash your hands a lot. You know, stay safe.
Yeah, for real. For real, man. You only live once, so try
That
to be as
suck.
safe as you
That
can.
would suck. Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we're not just like sometimes we just think about me, but what about the people around you? What about like if you got a grandpa, grandma, mom, or dad you visit and you care about? How guilty would you feel if you got it and you didn't even know, and then you gave it to somebody that you really care about, and they end up in the hospital or something, because they got a condition or whatever. So I mean, it's not just about it is about you, but it's also about the people you care about. You want to make sure that those people stay safe too.
Hell yeah.
Because they're trying to do their part. So, but if you're not doing your part, then that's on you.
Yeah. And if you're at home all the time, then don't
it's
worry
cool.
about it.
Yeah, you're just going out there eating hot Cheetos and it's good.
It. But just be responsible. Like no big ass parties, no big old
Dude,
meetings.
yeah.
Like nothing like that. Like we'll eventually be able to do that, but if we can't right now.
The more of that we do, the less of that we'll be able to do earlier.
Yeah, and I understand too. I mean, I understand there's people who are like trying to get out because they're tired of it. They've been there this whole time, so of course, I can't just speak on like anybody or be like, oh no, you. Everybody has to, because I understand too. For the ones who are always stuck at the house too. I mean, it's cool to go out and have a walk or go get some fresh air or something, but. The obsession is like to go out and party, or you want to get towed up somewhere or something like that. I mean, I'd say just do something else, because it's not really much you're missing out on anyways. Those are just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really, you can get towed up at a club or in Vegas or Miami, which all of them sound amazing. But, but at the end of the day, like, nah, because somebody might have it, and it's not really worth it. So fuck that.
Yeah, it's not.
For real, it's not even worth it.
If you're, I think you gave some really good recommendations. Like go out for a walk, or if you're gonna go to a store, just wear a mask, keep your social distance, all that kind of stuff. So I get it. I mean, I get it too. Like, fuck, man, being inside the house all day. When I didn't have, between March and like recently, I didn't have a job, and it can like just seeing the 4 walls will drive you fucking crazy too. So just even going out and putting gas in your tank, or going to a park, like the Martinez Marina is really nice.
Oh yeah, that one's dope.
Or the one out here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, all the Bay Point, Pittsburgh, Antioch.
We have so many trails, bro. Like,
yeah, they have dope ass marinas for real. They're all hella sick.
They got hella cool marinas, and they also got like really like cool hiking trails too.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
And people are like interested just to fucking get out and just fucking explore. There's a lot of little trails. There was this app I had, but I forgot what it was called. I think it's called All Trails, but it shows you where all the trails are in your area.
Dang, this is dope.
And you can go for like a little walk or whatever.
Yeah.
In case you're fucking bored and you don't know what to do and you don't really got like money like that.
Yeah.
I get it,
Yeah, for real.
Go out there and go for a walk, get some sun, vitamin D, and walk your dog and whatever. Look at the fucking trees and.
Yeah, it's beauty in nature. Hella beauty.
Sometimes it is good to like step away.
It is. No, honestly, yeah.
I have a cousin who has a whole farm by like Six Flags in that area. I guess there's like a lot of farms in that area.
In Vallejo?
No, it's by Six Flags by SoCal.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but like in that area, there's like these places where they have farms, hella farms. And my cousin, they got a farm out there. And yeah, man, it's when you go there, it's a nice getaway, because they have you go to the farm, they have like trees to the eye, like at least I think it's like 10 acres, trees of like all you get of just like fruit, and just like they have jujubes.
What the hell?
And they have sandia, watermelon, jujubes, and what was the other thing? Persimmons.
Oh wow.
And
nice.
Pomegranates.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, some pomegranates. Mostly jujubes though.
Damn, sick.
But it's nice just to go out and just to see trees and being away from like the city and traffic and all that. And they would invite us. They're really nice and cool people. They're really like come over, come to the farm. They got like dogs and everything. It's like what you think of a farm.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's a farm.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, you know, it's good. It's good to just kind of get away and just get that, like, I don't know. I always say centeredness because I can't think of any other word, but get away from all the noise, like traffic and fucking people walking and neighbors and this and that and
like get out of your routine kind of.
TV, just to go out and do something.
It is. It's not something different too.
Yeah.
And I like it too because like when you get out of your routine and you don't know what's gonna happen, and I feel like most of us panic when that moment happens. It's like the best times because you're like, man, that time was hella cool because it's just something different. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, like, or going to I know they have farms around here. I think in Bay Point, or is it Pittsburgh?
Ooh.
Or you can pick like oranges and shit. Or is it further down?
It could be further down.
Discovery
Bay? It could be like Discovery Bay.
Yeah, where you pay to go pick trees and stuff.
No way,
trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick like your own fruit, and there's always like a different, like it's always like one farm has oranges, and you can pay to pick whatever amount of oranges, and then you pay. However, I think you pay by the pound or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That'd be just experience.
It's an interesting experience just because you're out and when you pick fruit, like when you physically have your hand over a fruit, there's something different. There's something very different when you pick fruit from a tree versus when you pick fruit from a grocery store.
Oh yeah.
There's something like I can't even describe it. It feels. I know it's gonna sound like I don't want to say spiritual because it's not spiritual, but it feels different. Like you work so hard to take care of something and you finally get to enjoy it. Literally, picking the fruit of your labor. Like in my house, we have a lemon tree. So just being able to have that experience of just going out to my backyard, going and picking it when it's time, and they're that golden yellow, and you put it in your fruit, and you know that you're putting it in your food. There's something different about that experience than going to the grocery store, buying it, and using it.
Damn, I'm sold, man. I'm trying to go.
I know. It sounds weird or whatever, but
I can picture it.
It's something like there's something about that. It's just grabbing your hands on a fruit and pulling it from a branch.
That's fucking dope.
Now I understand why people like those what is it, like John Muir, all those people that used to write about nature. Mm-hmm. I understand why they were talk about it in a very like majestical way, because there's something about just being in nature, being away from all that noise, that makes you feel like centered.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, it's cool to be part of civilization, but it's different compared to those times.
Yeah.
Like now it's even more beautiful. Back then it was like a part of your culture.
I think what it is too is like we have so many distractions. We have a TV, we have a phone, we have a laptop, we have our iPad, we have this, we have that. We don't ever get a chance to just look at something and just stare at it for like a minute.
Man.
Just look at a tree and just look that a tree is a tree is a tree and just appreciate it. Or go by the water and just listen to the waves. Or, you know what I'm saying? There's no... I mean, you can look it up on YouTube and all that, but it's not the same.
No, hell no.
There's nothing that, like, looking at something, from a real life than looking at it, from a computer.
Yeah.
It's a different experience. Like, if you ever go to, like, a comedy show, that's a whole different experience, too. Like, you going inside a comedy show is way better than just watching it from... It's like a way different experience.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience.
It's a whole... You're way removed from... You're removed from the crowd. You're removed from everything. You're removed from the comedian. You feel like you're... I don't know, it just feels like...
No, it is. Yeah, I've been to one, yeah.
A passive, like, you could just be... you can... It's a different experience.
Yeah, I feel like...
It's cool, like, cool. Like, you can be, like, in your house and eat chips and whatever and watch it in your house.
Yeah, no, which is cool. Yeah, it's cool.
But being there and seeing the comedian live and seeing him do jokes and seeing them try out material and everything, that's way different.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Have you ever been to a comedy show live?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
So can you tell me, like, how did you feel about it?
It was my first time. Shout out my brother. He took me. My brother Abraham. He's like, hey, bro. He's like, hey, you trying to go watch Chris Tucker? I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
I was like, Chris Tucker? He goes like, yeah. Like, I'm like, what do you mean, like live? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Not gonna miss out on that.
So we went to, it was at the Warfield in San Francisco. I've never been there. I've only heard the name, but I've never been there. Man, you go in there, it's like an old school building. They have like pictures of like artists who've already been there. You know, you have like Dave Chappelle, George Lopez. You have hella artists who've been there.
Yeah.
And like even like musicians. And so we were like upstairs. So we go up, you sit down, you see the stage, and first they have like the opener, right? And he's hella funny. But it's crazy. The moment he came out, it's like the whole world stopped. Like it all closed down and it was just centered on that stage. But you were like, a part of me was like with the comedian in a sense.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I felt like they were talking. You know, they're talking to everybody, but it's like they were talking
to
you. It
feels like more of like an intimate experience.
Yeah, because it's like the coolest thing you ever see is, and especially because he's like, I'm a big Chris Tucker fan.
Yeah.
Like a big Chris Tucker fan. So to see him on stage, he comes out with the Michael Jackson song. So he's like, it's fucking cool.
Shit.
He's like, don't stop till you get enough. So he comes out, he's all doing his dances. Everybody's hella cheering. He's like coming out hella cool. And it's just like, I don't know, something that I never forget. It was
How long ago was this?
Oh, maybe like 3 years ago.
Oh, nice.
3-4 years ago about, yeah. I think it was like 2017. But yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
It was freaking cool, man. I never forget that day. Thank you, by the way. It was hella cool, man. Like, it's all my only experience. Yeah, but it is a whole compared to. Then I watched like one of his specials later, and I was like, man, not even close to what I saw.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not even like it's cool. Like it's still cool, but it's not. Nah, nothing like it. Like nothing.
There's just something about, maybe it's like a community. Maybe it's like a evolutionary thing where you're in a community of people and you're trying to like be. You're in a community of people that have like-minded interests. You know, looking for something that. To de-stress and to relax and to just listen to somebody who has a talent, something that you can never achieve, something that's they not never achieve, but something that they mastered for so long, and they worked on a craft. It's almost like watching somebody just do, I don't know, like watching a comedian do something, like being able to play with words and stuff like that is like, it's like watching. You know, somebody make like a car or something, like it's a different experience. It's like there's an aha moment, you know. Especially when they hit, like when the jokes are just killer, boom, boom, boom. you don't even have time to listen to the rest of the joke.
I know.
You're just laughing. There's something masterful about that.
I think comedy is like one of the greatest arts ever, like that you can ever like master. Man. Because comedy is so sick. It can turn any like sad moment to a positive moment, or any serious moment to a positive.
They play with your emotions, and they know that you're doing that, and you know that they're playing with your emotions, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
it's like going on a ride. You're going on a roller coaster ride.
Hell yeah, it's hella funny.
Because they'll try to they purposefully mislead you and lie, and then they'll reveal something or like the bit or the joke, and then it comes and it's like, oh my god, I got manipulated. I got. I got misled, but the punchline was so worth it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Always.
Yeah, it was such an interesting experience.
And it's like one of the things you can like say whatever you want and it's not taken so offensively. Like, you know, you can say something like what the hell, but you know it's a joke. Like, you know it's not that serious.
Or you can say it in like a weird tone, or you can say it verbally in so many different ways.
Yeah, and it's like not offensive. Like here, you say one thing and it's like, oh crap.
Deplatform, get away, go,
cancel Fuego,
cancel culture, #cancel.
I thought you guys love me, man. What the hell?
Stop being mean, okay?
So yeah, it's like that's the thing I like about comedy. It's like cool, like you can just say whatever you want because it's comedy. It's like
that's the one thing I like about comedians. Yeah, they're not the ones that I like. There's different types of comedians because there are some comedians. There are some comedians that are like PC, or that are just in it for the wrong reason, and those you can smell those. The audience knows those ones from a mile away, or they won't last too long.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to be like a Whitney Cummings, or they're not going to be like a George Lopez or a Fluffy or. You know,
or Chappelle.
Chappelle
is straight honest, man.
I really didn't know about how what's his name stole jokes.
Who? Kevin
Mencia.
Mencia.
Yeah, did you know that Mencia was stealing jokes for like a second?
Oh, stealing, yeah.
Yeah, he was stealing jokes.
Yeah, I heard it from Joe Rogan.
Huh?
I heard it from Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until I saw like a video of that like a few years ago. But yeah, I mean that kind of shit. I mean, being conniving and shit like that. I don't know. I wish the best for dude, but also, you know, you're not really supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be like working on your craft, being able to do your own shit. There's something about storytelling. I mean, for me, I'm always obsessed.
Yeah, that's the main key. Story.
Oh shit. You're good. No, you're good. I didn't have anything.
It's all good.
We thought we had a spill, but now we're good.
I didn't want to spill on
you. Now you're good. I drink this shit out of hella fast.
It's bomb. Is it? Yeah, cool.
But yeah,
yeah. The storytelling on anything is like my favorite of anything. Like if I'm writing a rap, or if I'm freestyling, or if I'm, I don't know, creating a video or something. I think storytelling is like the key to the whole thing. Because obviously you want to tell a story, but if you can tell a story right, remember like we watched Tenet?
Oh, dude,
Tenet. Oh, man.
Tenet, bro. That was a crazy-ass movie. I literally went to go to YouTube because I was like, what did I just watch?
Yeah, same.
Because it was a good movie, like. But yeah, watching or reading a good book, like I'm still reading. Yeah. I'm reading The Confidence Game by Maria. I forget her last name, but she's look up The Confidence Game, and it's not what you think. It's not like some weird like confidence booster motivational book. It sounds like it, but no, it's actually about how con artists use their tricks to manipulate people, and it also dwells into like deep psychological principles of how we become vulnerable to cons, and how the con artists know about these biases and psychological tricks, and they use it against us, and they try to make something believable, or they prey on the weak, take advantage of people. It's so interesting. It's such an interesting book, and I highly recommend it if you're interested in reading something.
Oh yeah, you gotta be like street smart too.
Yeah. Because they talk about like everybody knows about the 3-card Monty. 3-card Monty. Well, God, I don't even know how to explain this, but it's like you pretty much like you'll have huh?
Want to look it up?
It's like I can try it. So there'll be like some dude like on a street corner, and he would say, look for a card. Let's just say Queen of Ace, and he'll have 3 cups, and he'll try to switch up the cups and everything. He'll show you where the card is, and then he'll put it in a red cup, and he'll try to switch it up, and you have to guess it. And you're gonna see like you're gonna see there's people are in the crowd are involved. So somebody in the crowd is gonna look at it, and they're gonna win, and it's part of a whole scheme. Like the person in the crowd wins, which makes you more confident. It makes you overconfident. So you try it, and they'll give you the first win, but they'll try to up the ante, and the higher the risk, the more you're gonna lose.
Damn.
Because they'll use like certain moves, or they'll use like body motion or body mechanics to like hint at the person dealing the card, and somebody in the audience will take the card, so the card won't be in the 3 cups anymore. It'll be a different card. So you'll be losing. People will be losing hella money on the 3-card Monty.
Damn.
And that was the Cliff Notes version of it, by the way. That wasn't like the whole like. She describes it like way better. I'm describing it like street version, like Cliff Notes 101.
You said it's called The Confidence Game?
The Confidence Game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one sounds cool.
And she also talks about like a story about how like this guy pretended to be a surgeon, and like he didn't even know how to do surgery.
Oh, what the hell? And
he conned like hella people. He faked certificates. He faked everything, and the day like come do surgery, there was like 3 days before surgery, he actually read medical books and everything, and he actually completed the surgery successfully.
What?
It wasn't until like a few years later that the people found out that he wasn't a surgeon, and his credentials were fake, and that everything was fake, and that he faked everything, and he had an entirely different identity.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude. It's hella crazy. It's a really great book. It's a really good read. It takes you on for a ride.
Sounds badass.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I don't know if it's on Audible,
Ooh,
but
okay.
it'll be interesting. If it was, it would be interesting to look up.
Yeah, true. Damn, though, that's hella sick.
Yeah.
In a bad way, though.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's good because she doesn't just talk about the con artist and what they do, but it talks about the people, people being vulnerable and how we're not. It's not just stupid people that fall for cons. It's like everybody's susceptible because there's certain biases, there's certain things in your mind that they know that they're gonna play tricks on you and they're gonna try every which way till Sunday to play those tricks. There's certain conditions that they know how to manipulate. They'll manipulate the environment, they'll manipulate how they talk, they'll manipulate everything, and then they'll try to make it seem like it's better than it actually is, and they'll let you win. They'll take losses for themselves until the stakes are higher, and then they'll up the ante, and then once they know that you win and you gain confidence, then you're expecting the same result, but they'll switch it up on you and get a different result, and then that's when they'll get they'll get your social security, or they'll get hella money off of you, like 10 G's, or it's over time. Oh, it's only, they'll use words like only. Oh, it's only $1,000. Oh, it's you want your fortune read. The classic fortune teller. Oh, you want your fortune read? It's only $1,000. I'll tell you. Da 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 da.
Your palm readings and all that.
Palm reading, yeah, all that shit. She puts examples of like fortune tellers and stuff like that. On how they get away with it.
Man.
Yeah, and how people, they prey on people that are vulnerable.
That's Halloween.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
how they win.
That's how they
win. Yeah.
That you just got to be able to call them out. Once you call them out, sometimes they'll freeze up.
Yeah, they'll like whoop.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times they have the dark triad, which is narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism.
Oh wow.
So if you're narcissistic, which is you're all about yourself, you don't care about anybody else. This is like there's a level, right? There's a level of narcissism, and then there's a level of psychopathy. So you can't feel empathy, so you can't feel other people's emotions. So when you hurt people, you kind of gain a little bit of pleasure off of it.
Oh, what the hell?
Or you don't feel nothing. You don't feel any guilt. And then Machiavellianism is being able to manipulate people without feeling anything to your deeds. I'll even look up the textbook version of it.
Damn, dude. No empathy? That is the craziest thing.
Yeah, psychopathy. Real psychopaths don't have empathy.
Man.
So yeah, it's so Machiavellianism, to be like more correct here on Wikipedia, it says is a personality trait centered on manipulativeness, callousness, and indifference to morality. So they don't really care. So they manipulate to get whatever they want, and they have they don't give a shit.
Man.
Yeah. So yeah, those people tend to have most of those traits.
Just be careful out there.
And there's levels,
Yeah. But man.
It's like, oh wait, I dated a con artist once.
She said she was gonna read my fortune.
Damn it! I should have known. I should have known that crystal ball wasn't real.
Oh man, that's hella funny.
Yeah. Anything else to add?
Trying to think. Oh, we did get a something new coming to the. I don't want to say the actual word, but something new adding on to our profiles. So hope you guys check that out when it's noticeable.
About that, yeah.
When it's noticeable, so you guys can see where we're at in our process too. Cause we enjoy doing this, and we're back to being on it and grateful. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're so grateful. Honestly, when we started this, it was just us talking.
Dude, we had one mic.
Huh? We had one mic.
We had the
now,
one mic.
If you guys would have seen, it looks like a real studio. Like we got like 3 mics. We got like a laptop and everything. It's so crazy how far we've come. But we do it because we enjoy doing it for y'all.
Yeah, hell
We
yeah.
enjoy giving you guys content. Even if it's just bullshitting, whatever, we don't give a shit. This is just us. It's just us being who we are.
Yeah,
This is who we are. We tell our stories for you.
And everybody wants to be on it. También, you know, like it's all good.
Like just send us a DM. Send us, let us know. And like I said, just make sure you do a COVID test.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that everybody's safe.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
So just DM us, take a COVID test, send us make sure that you guys are safe, good, and then we can get to it.
Yeah, and if you guys need anything from us, myself, just let me know too. Like just shoot me on Instagram or anything, and just let me know. I'll put everything in the description where you guys can find me, or even my contact email, just if anything. Yeah, in case you guys need anything from us too, like if you guys want me to take a test as well or anything like that, like I'm open to it too. Like it's all good, but just so we can all
be on the same page.
Yeah, we can all be on the same page, and once this all ends, then we can laugh about it later and do another podcast. Yeah, we can actually talk about it on the podcast. Yeah, how funny it was.
Living through these crazy times.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, we got a couple things going. I got a couple things going for myself too.
When's your next freestyle?
Next freestyle Friday for sure. Freestyle Fridays.
What? So this Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay.
Yep, Freestyle Friday, baby.
You're putting it on the mic. You're putting it in the universe. You better come to it.
I'm scared. Not just kidding. Yeah, hell yeah. So here's the thing. So I changed. Normally I was posting my freestyles on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'm working on finding a logo because I started my own page. Well, basically it's called Fuego So Entertainment, and I think I'm gonna start shifting my freestyles there.
So is that like a new account?
Yeah, it's a whole new account. I already have it set up.
On Instagram or?
It's gonna be everywhere. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
So you have your regular account, which is
personal, just regular.
Okay. Oh, can you say it?
Oh yeah, it's just I think it's Angel_Fuego_Ayon. That's just my regular Instagram. So that one's just regular. It's private now. So you add me, I have to approve it. Just so I can separate the two. And now I have this one going with the freestyles. But I'll have links and stuff on my personal one to go to that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to end that distinction of, is this just the business one or is this that? So I kind of want to make my own personal because I want to still be able to relate to people, but then know that I have this, know that I have this one and that I'm really taking it serious. So I actually have a own account for my, because it's not only gonna have my freestyles on there. It's also gonna have whatever video production I do or any or any content creation I make. It's gonna be on there for sure. But I mean, I'll still have links from mine, but it won't be. It might not as much. Maybe one right here will be posted there. Yeah. But it won't be as it is now.
Yeah. If you want to get more content, go to the other one, which is what?
It's gonna be Fuego So Entertainment, and I have all the links too, cause I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna be putting a lot more on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, cause I guess it's a little more better there for content, so people can see it more. Yeah, cause I guess the algorithms now of how it is on Instagram and Snap and all that. Kind of concentrated, huh? Yeah, because there's so much going on from everybody all over the world that it's harder for people to see. So, but I guess LinkedIn isn't that bad. Okay. I guess it's still more organic reach. So I think I'm gonna be going a lot more harder on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah. And then plus it's everybody from business and everything, so which is where I'm heading to anyways. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm heading at with all this. So yeah, just look out for it. It's gonna be a lot of more new content and different content and crazy content. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna come up with. Oh shit! But yeah, just look out for all that, cause
here we go.
Here we go. Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, let's end this.
All right. So on that note, is your boy Fuego,
Señor Sonrisa,
and this is
the
Fuego
y
Sonrisa
podcast, baby. Goodbye.
Y'all. Thanks.
Peace.